they have like weld scanners now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've seen these?
Yep.
Like you get a weld scanner and actually put a weld scanner, and it will bill a report out based on your scan of a fillet weld and tell you whether the throat's correct, the legs are the right length. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So you have a report that says that the weld's compliant.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I wanted to use the Microsoft HoloLens with Trimble Connect and do that for some QC. But they never, it felt like they kind of got here, but they needed to be here.
It never quite got there. There was a total station aspect of it too for locating, and we can talk through that workflow.
It never was there because with Trimble Connect, if I'm not mistaken, you would have to create an IFC file for every member in order to see, which that'd be fun for a detailer, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it just never quite got there. It didn't feel like. But
Fabstation is actually trying to do that now.
Yes.
Fabstation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I haven't heard of them.
Like more of a virtual layout of parts. Because that was the first thing that, I think probably any detailer steel guy will go to is like, I see the HoloLens.
Mm-hmm.
I've got parts and pieces over here.
Yeah.
Like if I can just overlay it and I can walk down this thing.
Yeah.
I can just look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the next iteration of that though is that, if the piece was on there and the robot just scanned it anyway, why do I need that?
That's the element. If your robot's scanning it to QC, then it defeats the purpose of walking around it.
Yeah. We saw the problem with the HoloLens was just that if you got a 45-foot long piece, having that stay accurate across the whole 45 feet was pretty difficult.
Yeah,
there was a drift that would happen. So you might even inch off by the end of it.
Well, it wasn't easy to snap it to the PC either, which I think is what Fabstation has kind of perfected, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But you kind of had to just move it a little bit. It wasn't great.
It's hard to move it precisely too. Because when you're dealing in 16ths, it kind of matters. Like that little, I got to be able to check this accurately.
I took my son to NASC this year.
Yeah.
And there were just some moments where he's like, well, what should I do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, go look at the robots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he could walk around. I took a little walk around the exhibit hall. I'm far more interested than he is.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting looking at, you had very large robots, automated fitting and different things like this, welding coming in. Like these are some new things. But then also layout, like rail layout.
Yeah. So
being able to project a rail layout on a table and be able to lay your pieces in.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Oh, so you got the lightning rail, which is basically a big printer, right? You've seen that. So you got that. And then you have the projector. And I've got clients that have both of those.
Lightning rail. I haven't seen this.
Yeah, lightning rail. It's basically just a massive printer. You basically put plate up there, and you can either fabricate there. Some shops will have the plate up there, and then this thing just goes and it starts printing the rail, just the outline of the rail. Huh. And then some shops will then pick that plate up, take it over to a fitting station, set it down. They just put the pickets in the lines, and you start going at it. Oh. And it pretty sweet.
That's cool.
And then you literally just wipe it off, print the next one, and which was pretty cool. But then you got the laser thing too that is over top.
Yeah.
And that messes with you for a little bit until you get used to it.
Messes with your eyes just a bit. Yeah.
But I've got clients with both of those, and it's pretty nice too. As long as it's, the bigger it gets, the more flicker you're going to get. So it can work great though for those big mist shops. Man, they need that stuff. So it's it's pretty crazy where it's going, and it's just exploded. In the past 5 to 10 years, all this stuff has really just exploded on the scene.